Hi, I'm Manny.
And I'm Cheryl, and welcome to my sewing room. We recently went to the Quilt Las Vegas 2019 show in Henderson, Nevada. It was a great show, but we ran into one big problem. We arrived at the wrong time, too early. But Hindi, the show director, was kind enough to let us go in and videotape the show quilts and talk to some of the vendors. We couldn't get to everything because the vendors were busy setting up their merchandise. But they were great sports and they let us come in and videotape them and their merchandise. I told the vendors that this video would be out in a few days, but we ran into some major technical difficulties, so sorry it's a little late. So here it is, Quilt Las Vegas 2019. And this is Hindi Sokal, and she's going to tell you all just a little bit about the theme of the show and the purpose of having it.
Hi, thank you for asking. The theme of our show is celebrating family traditions, the threads that bind. And I'm a former educator, and I feel so strongly in teaching our young children what we can. You can see behind me, they're building our quilting village. We have a quilt shop, we have a quilter's inn, we have a school, we have a church. We have everything you need to have a perfect place to be. We've set up 5 sewing machines. They've been lent to us by a local vendor to use, and we're hoping that we'll get kids and grandmas and grandpas and moms and dads, and they get to sew a block that'll have a house on it. They can keep that block if they'd like. If they choose to leave it here, we will make it into a quilt that will then be donated to the local hospitals.
Oh, thank you very much, Indy.
A designer, teacher, and author of quilt patterns and quilt designs. My book is called Bending the Rules. It is based on the premise that you take traditional quilt patterns and you substitute simplified kaleidoscope blocks into some of the plain old fabric in the quilt.
Well, I'm always trying to just worry about we're at Quilty Creations, and this is Shamin, and this is Erin, who works with her, and she's going to talk about this little rug you can make here out of jelly rolls.
Yes, my sister and I have a little business called Quilty Creations, and this is one of our latest creations. It's a beautiful pattern. Do you know who the pattern's by? And it's just with a jelly roll. All you need is a jelly roll for 2.5-inch strips, and then you need one of these, which is a batting roll, a roll of batting that's cut at 2.25-inch strips. We do offer classes in this. If you're interested, you can put down that you're interested on our or contact us by email, and we will set up another class just to get you all started on this beautiful project. And this is for beginners to intermediates, and it's a fantastic project.
What city are you located in?
We're in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we have a ministry quilt group called Threads of Fellowship that is at Cornerstone Christian Fellowship on Jones and Sahara.
Well, thank you so much, Shamin and Erin. I wish you a lot of success here at the show.
Thank you.
I love this. It's
a beautiful finished project, and
yeah.
you know.
So check it out.
Yes. All right.
This is Nancy Cerna, and the name of their business is Not Just Quilts, and they carry a very unusual line of fabric here in the United States. You mostly see it in Australia. So Nancy, why don't you tell us a little bit about your fabric line?
All right, thank you. The fabric that we carry is authentic Australian Aboriginal fabrics that are designed by the Aboriginal natives from their artwork. And we have the largest selection in the United States. We have a great selection at our store, so come by and see us or check us out on our website.
Oh, how great. Thank you ever so much.
I'm at the stencil shop booth, and they sell stencils like this where you can use these as your quilting stitch designs. And they sell ones for free motion, or you do continuous stitching. What you would do is you would lay that pattern down on your quilt wherever you want the stitching to be. Either use a fabric marker and trace, or use a chalk to mark the pattern. So we're going to do a little brief shot of some of the different stencils they have here. We're at Soya, another booth here at the Quilt Show, and this is Tien Kum, and he's going to talk a little bit about this embroidery machine that he has here and about some of the other services that they have.
Yeah, would love to. This right here is the Baby Lock Valiant. It's a 10-needle embroidery machine. We offer all the services, how to clean them, oil them, do all that kind of stuff on top of all of the products, threads and stabilizers. Also, we own a 10,000 square foot building here in Las Vegas that is strictly quilting fabric. So we sell a lot of quilting fabrics, and we also have a YouTube and online site as well.
Yeah, and all we're at a booth called AT Enterprises, and Carolyn here and her husband Fred have this very unusual business. They sell acrylic products that are designed for sewers and crafters.
Each drawer pulls out. The top drawer, and this is my personal one, I use every time I sew. This, you can put bobbins in. This drawer has bobbins, some of my feet from my sewing machine, my tools, and every drawer comes out. It has a door on the front so that it keeps all the dust off.
They're also beginning to introduce quilt patterns that you can purchase. This is one of them. You'll see the quilt up on the wall behind us. It's probably my favorite one. So check out their website. Hi, my name is Cheryl. We're at AfricanEverything.com. So she's a .com business, and she's going to talk about these panel fabrics behind us and also these beautiful baskets here. So Mary, tell me a little bit about your panel fabrics.
The panel fabrics, there are batik dye. They are batik dye. So all we do with those panels is you start with a little piece of white cloth. You do your drawings, you mix your dyes, then you put the colors you like, you block with hot wax to resist the colors from running in each other. You wash it in hot water and you get your panels.
I also love your baskets. So tell us a little bit about these baskets.
The baskets are hand woven, and they
are from Africa also?
They are from Africa also. These are made by women's group in Ghana.
A women's group in Ghana?
Yes, and it's all grass.
Wow, these are beautiful. Do they hand dye these? For my viewers, I have close to $70 to get them started. And this is Nevada Dry Goods, and this is Dawn. They carry a line of fabrics specializing in Japanese fabrics. So Dawn, why don't you tell them a little bit about your fabrics? So this one here is what you can do with the Japanese fabric. It's called what now?
These are gelato ombres.
Gelato ombres. I'm standing next to the quilt that made Best in Show. And this was made by Rosilus, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Rosario. And it is an applique or mixed technique. It is gorgeous. So Mr. Cameraman, go ahead and scan this magnificent quilt.